In Jeremiah, the Bible spoke the other day and said, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, that he should go to the house of the Rechabites. And when he gets to the house of the Rechabites, he should carry them along to a particular synagogue. In other words, to a particular room in the temple. And when they get there, he should give them wine to celebrate. And in the course of this revelation, and Jeremiah decided to abide with what God has said. He went to the house of the Rechabites, told them according to the word of the Lord, made them follow him to the particular indicated room in the temple. But the Bible said when they go to the room, and Jeremiah gave them wine to drink, the descendant of the Rechabite said to Jeremiah, our forefathers have said we should not drink wine to celebrate. What of God? The prophetic that came to Jeremiah was to liberate the people of the Rechabite. But they were under a particular demand and command. By their forefathers, there was a decree. And by the search of that decree, the Bible said that when Jeremiah the prophet, they trusted my word, came to tell them that thus saith the Lord, even unto the house of the Rechabite they should celebrate, because they took what their forefathers had decreed over their lives and they trusted it. It was a curse, not a blessing. That they should not drink wine to celebrate. They should not make funds to build their life. They should not get money to enjoy. And in their generation, this is also the four generations. They were under a particular curse from their great-great-grandfather to their great-grandfather to their grandfather up to their generation. And by the decree from their great-great-grandfather, none of them in the house has ever celebrated. Mama, let me shock you. If you don't deal with the root cause, you will think that it is normal until you begin to know that what you are going through, your grandfather went through it. It is impossible for I, Albert, to remain poor once I knew that my grandfather was a poor man. It is impossible for me not to get to that height of life, all because in our family, nobody troubles. Tonight, we will break that course. I said, tonight I am breaking that course. Say, I am breaking that course. That thing must change. Enough of what we are saying. Enough of the repetitions. Somebody will say, is it not possible that you too will go to America? Is it not possible that you also own properties in Ghana? Is it not possible that you will build that tall buildings in Africa? Is it not possible for you to? Is it impossible that somebody has seen the possibility of it in their generation and you cannot make it? And is it that somebody's house has received more grace than yours and said they are giving unto us all grace? Come on. It is possible, but the impossibility of it is because you are not blocking the chain. You are not down to the roots. If you don't deal with the roots, man of God, the thing you saw last year will repeat this year. I'm telling you. The root cause is what makes you see the same thing over and over. I call it the dealings of the familiar spirit. It is so familiar with us because it was there when our forefathers were there. He knew how he dealt with them. It became a system in the family. Our grandmother gave birth to three ladies. And from that day, all the ladies, they went to the search of not getting married. And every girl that came out of their offspring had gone to the same cycle. And you are part of that girls. And you say that you don't pray, you don't deal with it, you just sit down. And men will come. And the funny thing is that when you are going through that cycle, you think that all men are the same. Man of God, I will tell you that the demon that will battle every man that comes to you is not because that they are bad people. Some of the men that you saw, they were good at the beginning, but what happened to to them in the middle of the year. Obviously, yes, say not here. The reality of who he was is who came to you. But the middle of the year is what the enemy decided to deal with. So all the ladies in the house, this one gave birth, no husband. This one gave birth, no husband. The one that is even married is even married to the second wife, husband. And it is possible that the second man will leave them. The possibility is so high. The possibility, thinking that I am so, the funny thing, some of the women in the family, they are so down to earth, but the earth is not receiving them. Wow. They are too down. If we say humility, humble, if it is about humility, they are the epitome of humility. They are the incubator of, they have the custodians of humility. They are so humble to the extent that man steps on them and move, but the stepping does not satisfy the man. Why? It is the spirit that will not allow the man to see who you are until you break. Or because we don't go yet. We need to see anything. The man himself will see afar when the brokenness has come. It's not because they did not want to, they really wanted it, but the spirit that is not agreeing with the one thing. See, can't tell me, say, man, I should say, why? Do you know this can hear? We did not talk about it. Oh, what? On set. What do we say? What do we take? What do we on fix it? What's that one to say? I need Peruvian hair. I need Mongolian hair. I need Brazilian hair. I need Bullshit. I need these hairs. Chinese hair. You get the African hair. Someone has received prophecies. Mama, I came tonight to announce to you that prophecies does not change a man. It is dealing with the root in prophecy that changes a man. Because somebody can receive thousands of prophecies because let me shock you. Your great grandmother, who was a Pentecost, in fact, she was a Pentecost chorister, who was always in the church. Great grandmother, she knew what church is, she knew what God is. In fact, we are talking about people who sacrifice in the church. She was a sacrificial lamb herself. She sacrificed herself that even goes to hell. But because she did not know that there was a root that was dealing with the family, she just sacrificed selflessly. She was praying selflessly. She was just praying, my children should be blessed. Blessings that not come to children. It descends from generations. So if the family does not have a blessing of the generation, the father will pray, the mother will pray until they go back to the root and deal with the root system. If that root is not dealt with, the problems of our life is that a trap problem is to into us. It's what we say. Papa, man will be on. Papa is capable. Only the sea, the sea can send me a basa. And the way he was having inside him, or check it generation, you know, great grandfather, no one a traitor. Papa is capable. In the course of his life, or even in his 50, 60 years, and the sea can send me a basa. And also, no one, sir, almost 50 years, almost 60, almost no one, sir. What have dealt with your grandfathers will deal with you without thinking twice. Easy free. It doesn't matter if you're a preacher. It doesn't matter if you're a spiritual man. If you don't search and deal with the root cause, it will deal with you before you know. Oh God. As I'm a powerful man, go and check the men who carried power here, they died young. Go and check the roots of Judah. The roots of Judah, they were men who were custodians of power. They had inheritance on the earth. Yes, they were men who died very young. Go and check the roots of Judah. A guest was hanging over their fourth generation, their great grandfather, and they began to sink in life. In their 40s, they died. In their 35, they died. And you are coming from that house. And you are 35 years and you are thinking, I've been about there's a season in your life, you don't sing Thanksgiving songs. You bring matters into life. Because sister, the family you are coming from, the best man who ever got money in the house is the one that his account was able to produce 50,000 Ghanaians. And you think that you have got 100,000. Calm down. The devil will not come at you until you get to 200,000. The day you get to 200,000, you know that there is a spirit that swallows money. Until you are dead. Obviously, The demon in your family, he does not fight against single women. He fights against women, married women. The day you get married, you see the frustration of life. Why is it that when the man decided to marry you, that's when the confusion started? When you have not said, I will marry you, the fact that even the relationship was the beautiful relationship ever. When the door you have dragged your mask together. All because you were in love. But the day the man said, let us move from this level to the next level. Let us take this relationship to the next level. That is the day you decide to go and visit your family. When the people in the family realize that Ajua is no more a girlfriend, she is a fiancée. That is the day the powers of the family will recognize who you are. Because nothing will happen to you now because you are not there yet. How can a young girl 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 12 years be attacked by demons? They will not attack you because you are not a custodian of anything. You don't carry anything yet. Even if your star is shining, your star will appear on 30 years. So the devil will not come again. Bible says he left him for a moment. Even in his 30th year, the devil came to test him. When he was not able to qualify on his test, Bible says he left him. 33 years, the devil came again. Because the years was what signifies the attack. I watched Prophet Stanley. I cried when I was watching. I felt the soul pain when I was watching. The devil who wanted to kill the young baby when he was in the mother's womb was able to attack him from day 1 to 30 years. On the 31st year, they found something about him and they dealt with him. Why? In his 31st year, he began to drink himself in he was money drunk. He loved money, pride, and he was so much into I need money. And the devil saw that there is a hole beside the guy that we can use as a porter. The devil will not fight at you now. He will not come at you now. Because now you are just there. You don't want to do it. You are there. Until so you get to the place that will bring you up there. Who hates you? For what? For what reason? And that woman has some year man. And 1.50 pesos, nobody don't account. Now, when I say account, and Nicholas is getting. Say, my Father, my God. Whatever is against my family, by the grace of God, and by prayer tonight, I set myself apart. Let me shock you. In every generation, there must be a Joseph. But the funny thing is that in our generation, God does not choose a Joseph. We position ourselves to become Josephs. I said what? God does not choose Josephs. We position ourselves to become Josephs. But God, in the place of our season, we don't need the availability. Who is available? No. We don't need the availability. Those are available. There are people who are available but not capable. Capability is important. It is not about the availability. And then they come and do different things. You can send somebody, he is available not doing anything. If you say I will go, but is it capable to move? How can you tell me that you want the crippled man to run? So, in as much that there is an available crippled man, we don't need the crippled man to ride the bicycle. We need a capable man to ride the bicycle. So everybody can be available, but who is capable to make the move? Do you think that Judah could not be Joseph? Do you think that Ruben could not be Joseph? Isaac cannot be Joseph? All of them could be Joseph. Simeon could have been Joseph. Levi could have been Joseph. But the funny thing is that whoever was available was not important, but who was capable in the season. So in the course of it, God needed to find a man who had the ability to have a relationship. We need to present ourselves to the Lord as Joseph. Father, make us the Joseph to deal with the matters. It's not about everybody, it's about somebody. And somebody must get there to pull others. But if nobody is going, you're also waiting for who? Who should go to come and bring you up? In this season, of this guy. Boss, this season, you're very need to offer soul. Because what's like I said, go where they all yaka. Now, who will it? Say me, I'm not saying that idea. Now, you know how we have gotten it. A man died in Kumasi. Or for a silver man, 12. If you over 13, 14 bedroom, the man is very rich. When the man died, the bank came to the house and said, this house must be taken from you because now over the cap over $19 billion. And can you pay? We want to jump at we say, I need to Adam and Yabo could be at the body of Solomon year, dear my and so. Hey, my cousin is all Papa and Ba and Check. And just one son upon you. Let me shock you. Over for me. To go for no one be ashamed. What do you say? I won't them. I thought the fruit one is a them. But we are entirely right. So the good things of life grows in time. But when the devil wants to deal with you, he doesn't need time. When you give your space, he will use the space for his good. There is a reason why you went to sleep with the person. What's Bishop of baby or new man? Or new kind go down. No, she can you check the kind of person she is. Or look at that and say, what have I done? It's not about what you have done. It is the regret after you have done. And that's what the devil wants to do. He wants to put you at a place of regretting for years. In a prayer line one day, I was praying with someone. Anytime I talk with a person, she said, then she begin to cry. Ophelia, what is wrong? I was like, God won't pay. She's US. No, come on, what is social media? We won't pay. We will get us at the what is the problem? Continue. I told him, I'm down. You can see you're not paying later. Now, the following year, like 15 days later, as we were praying, the Lord said, the devil is hunting the girl with what mistake she did in 12 years ago. I said, what mistake has she done that has been dealing with her for 12 years? Then I called, I said, Ophelia, what is wrong with you? 12 years ago, what was it? Daddy, this is what has been coming to my eyes. I can't take it off my eyes. I said, what is it? He said, when I was 17 years, I got pregnant for one minister and I did an abortion and the doctors took my womb. So anytime you are praying with me and you are talking about a child, then I remember that I cannot give birth. I can't tell you. Because I am the husband's friend. I am the husband's friend. And the husband trusts me so much as to give for not beginning money. The guy is very rich in Ghana here. Oh, your guy. Listen, he's so rich, damn rich. The wife don't have a womb. And the wife is also rich. So when they go to the hospital, she pays off everyone that is in the lab hall. And they will give her a better resource. They will manipulate the resource for her. And she had gotten married to the guy for 6 good years. The guy trusts God that the girl will get pregnant. And the prophet was trusting God the girl will get pregnant without revelation. But the girl knew, I cannot get pregnant. What happened? Not knowing that the girl's womb, the same thing happened to the one that they did the trouble. So they did So there are 3 generations, not that they named themselves after him. They never gave up. What happened? What had gone wrong? So the root cause is not even the girl. She doesn't know anything about it. She did the abortion without knowing why she did the abortion. Because they need to take the womb early. Because she's going to marry a certain rich man in the next 12 years. And that rich man will be the change of her life. So they need to deal with what will give her the capacity to live as a rich woman. And they got to live early. So in your mind, you know something, I need to live my life the way I want it. The devil will allow you to live it now because he will use what you are living now to fight you tomorrow. It happened to your grandmother. Go and ask her. Sometimes our mothers will be advising us. May know, they know what they are talking about because they have been there before. It's not about Mama, when they will time enough and kono time. Yes, it can be kono, but the spiritual part of it has never been kono.
Consequences.
Never be spirituality in 2000. has never been colored in 2025.
Yes.
The demons that were operating in 1940 are the same demons that are operating today because they don't never grow or they die. They are active until God comes. So if Jesus is not coming, then they are also alive. Until you die, you say, and you make it. He dealt with your grandmother who was doing in the name of Jesus.
Ayaka.
Say, my father, my father. If you don't deal with your own struggles in your lifetime and you allow it to cross to the next generation, it will be compounded on your children. In this season, you must deal with whatever you are going through. Sometimes I cry when I check the Christianity level of my mother. Sometimes I pity how I'm struggling on some platforms. Not because I cannot break through, but because my mother did not take her spiritual life serious in those times. I'm telling you, I've told them. Sometimes our grandmothers, if they dealt with their mother before we came, we would have been benefiting in it. Do you think that the children of despot will suffer?
Never.
Come down and tell me that someone suffer. On what platform? The father has broken some cords. So if he comes to the financial cord, the father has dealt with it. There is something that the father is still dealing with. You think that everything is perfect. Go to their house, you check the matters. You realize that something happened to your despite grandfather, and it's happened to me. He cannot talk about it because you are not in the family. You see people dressed. You think that is all. Hey, I know a certain man, one of God. Hey, I am cool. He's a rich man like I am. And I am the one that ushered him to accept Christ. The Papa Michelle come and say, I put aside the two was there. This one was aside the two. My head was saying, but my papa aside the two. This one was aside the two. The only person who knows about it was the wife. Because the woman agreed that the man should sell a part of his body so that they can be rich. And the children think that their father is extra rich. And the day that the father died, the calamities that came to the house, the calamities that visited them, prayer did not save them. You take everything for granted. You think that life is normal. Life is not normal. The 90% of your life is spiritually living. Hey, I said this what? Spiritually living. How many of us do you wake up and live on earth? Go and check the demands of the spirit over your life. Go and check the demands. Even the thing that you learn, that you think that have been recorded in your medulla oblongata, let me shock you. It is spiritually incarnated. Go and check how can even the letters have been installed here. Letters, words, numbers. Even the numbers that you are seeing 1, 2, 3, it is not the number that you have seen. There is a graphic design that have accumulated every system to make it look like a number. So your eyes is just seeing the end result of a spiritual entity that have created something that you have not seen. The Hebrew word of whatever you don't know is what is happening. So people drink Hebrew words, they drink it, they write it on paper, then they put it in water. They will stir it in water, they will drink it. They drink Hebrew words inside their body. And you think I know how control I and my father I want. English has no power. When you check the ancient part, those that are really